Hello everyone, and welcome back to Space Engineers. Let us get on with the building of the ship. And we will start by checking on Ant Mark 1 and Ant Mark 2. Ooh, it's picked up some nickel and some silver. Oh yeah, of course, Ant Mark 1 is way over on the other side. So nickel is good though. I think we were short on that. How close are we to filling up? That's full, that's full. That's not full at all. Connector is full. And what else? Oh yeah, that's going to take a while. Ant Mark 2. 8. Oh, did it just... Oh, that's interesting. Ant Mark 2 just connected to the base and it's just going off again. Let me just go in and check how we're doing for materials. Because I'm curious as to how much iron we've picked up and whether we've used all of that stuff up already. And I'm still curious about what I wanted to put in this room. I want to put stuff here, but there's nothing to put here. I might have to look at some mods for things to put into rooms just so I can put stuff in there. Let's see. Okay, here we are. Look at that. We've got some iron. But iron gets refined so fast that we don't really notice it. Hold on. Oh yeah, 4 refineries on iron. So we've got 35k of iron, which is actually not a heck of a lot compared to the silicon, which we've got 375k of. I should really be selling silicon off or something like that now, because that's just, it's a joke how much silicon we have now. But hey, I guess it might be better than having zero. I need to maybe check what all I can make with silicon and make a lot of that. Glass. Maybe I should make a glass house. Actually, maybe it'll work out well, because the idea that I have for the base at the moon is for it to have built like a skyscraper with lots and lots and lots of glass. So maybe that will work out well for us. But here, I want to start with the gravity generator. I'm just realizing that some of these things are just going to be incredibly irritating to do, because I will have to do it myself. Unless I rebalance, redo what I get loaded onto that. Okay. Let me just see. Oh, I think I took the gravity generator off, didn't I? So that is O2H2 generator. We're going to need that along with the med bay. 7 is a small, I don't need that. So gravity generator will go down there. So steel plate, computer motor, yeah, that's a lot of stuff which I need to think about how to load up into the ship. Because yeah, okay, if we start with 1,000 steel plate. Okay, let's have 1,000 steel plate, 1,000 computers. Okay. Oh, doesn't work. Control panel. Cargo. Okay, so this is our building the chassis setup, which I will just back up here. Chassis. And then I will do Tim. What are we doing? Steel. I should do it all lowercase so I know when it works. P1 1000. I need Construction component P1 1000, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to park this guy. Where am I going to park it? Just over there, so that I know that the naming is working.
Meteor storm inbound.
Let's see. Okay. PI. I know I'm going to hit a lot more items in here now, but that's okay. Construction component. Let's close that. Why is that not working? Tim should be working there. Oh, did it just take a while? Okay, I was using the wrong brackets, I think. Yep, I was. Okay, Tim, what I need to do actually. It's annoying that I can't see the full name of it. So construction component is not construction. Okay, it's just called construction. Okay, steel plate is fine because I know that works. Just going to swap back and forth. So what else did we need? We probably need computers, let's say 250. We need them at P1 actually. Construction, did we do P1? Yep, we did. Steel plate P1. So computers, we need some. We will need large tube P1 250. But now I'm not sure if our inventory can hold it. Printer, yep, we cannot. So I think we might have to. Oh, that's because why do we still have metal grade? That's not why, as in that's not why our cargo is full, but we shouldn't have metal grade. Let me just take that off. I don't think we need it. Printer, interesting. Wait. Okay. Still too heavy for us to have 250 steel tube, but maybe we don't need that many steel tube. Maybe we only need 100. 100. What else? Maybe we'll just stick with that much for now. Printer cargo 2. Okay, I don't want to copy the whole thing. Just want that. And what we will also do is I want to, how can I maybe if I do metal grade I will see the printer connector. Oh wait, why can't I see if I do no. Printer welder? See, that has metal grid. Oh, metal grid, there we go. So that takes care of that. Oops, I actually want to keep one in there, so that is showing up in our list. 149. Okay. Oh, printer cargo 2. Why does it not clear out? Why is it not clearing that stuff out? I wonder. Because... okay, that's good. So the other things that we need is gravity components. We don't need detector components. Where are the gravity components? Well, reactor components we will need. So I'm not sure how many. I'm gonna pop in 100 there and 100 here. Oops, wrong. 100 because we are going to put reactors in. Gravity generator components. How many do we need? G. Oh, this is not going to help me because I need to come out. Then G. Gravity generator. We need. Oh, just 6. That's so not a problem. Metal grid. So gravity generator components. 6. Medical components. Where are the medical components? Probably 10. But again, I should check that. Oops. G. Medical components. Oh, interior plate is something that we're going to need. 15 actually. We need 15 medical components. So we need 5 more. And I'm not sure how much space we have for interior plate. Oh, we could probably fit them in here quite okay. So if I put... No, not those. Interior plate. 500. And 500 in here. That's good. Motor we're probably gonna need. Oop, let's maybe go with 250. Almost certainly won't need that many. Okay, that's a good setup to start with. Where is... okay. We should probably be building other things that require interior plates, I guess. Yeah, piping. And for that we'll need small steel tubes as well, which we've not got just now. So let's just build this gravity generator. Can we do the whole thing? There we go. Beautiful. Did we miss anything? No, that's done. Okay. Just gonna move this right out. I just realized that as long as we are careful about how we get into this ship and out, the rear thrusters won't do any damage. We just should make sure that we don't go up or down. We align it correctly to start off with and just move it in. Yeah, that could work. There we go. We've got gravity. What I want to do though is I want to decrease this one's range. I don't want it... oh... yeah, okay, field width. Definitely don't want it to be 150 meters. 1 meter is too small. Maybe... yep, 16 should be enough. And... you know what? I'm gonna set it to 13. Because I like the number 13. Width and height. Oh, I just realized... since... can I see what that means? Show on HUD. I don't think that that's what I wanted to do. No, that just shows it like that. Okay, that's fine. Field depth also, I will set it to 13. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh wait. I can't tell if that is gravity. Ooh, okay, there is no gravity here. So that is too small a field. But I am not sure if it is the width, height, or the other one. So what I will do is I will just, let's say, go with 25. Because 25 is okay. That should cover us. Yep, we're definitely falling off. But I do wonder how... Okay, I'm not falling... Ooh, what's going on? Yep, I'm not falling here. So it's right now just about the ship, so we might need to make it bigger again, but that's fine. The thing is, ideally, we would have it placed in the center of the ship. And then, yeah, we might actually still do that. Once we've built the ship out completely, we might end up moving that to the middle of the ship so that it is the same range all the way around. That's okay, that's easy enough. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is... Ooh, we do want to build that. Just put everything I have in there, which is not a lot. Oh, I probably don't want to do that. It's not a lot of steel plate. Okay, let's actually go in and see if we can build that door. Come on, come on. What are we missing? Okay, why is it pointing at heavy armor block? Oops. Door. Oh, displays and small steel tubes. See, there's always something that we've missed. Okay, so let's go and get some displays and small steel tubes. I knew about small steel tubes. Thought we might not need them. But I know that we would need them for the piping. And I know that we should think about piping at some point. But in some ways, as long as we have the materials in here, maybe we could just do some of those things manually as well. Come on. There we go. So, metal grid. So we talked about displays. So we don't normally need a lot of them. So 100 there, 100 each should be more than enough. Ooh, we ran out of something. Oh yeah, because we used up the gravity generator components. Small steel tubes we could probably load up with 500 each. Now we will need an antenna, so I'm not sure how many we will need, but let's go with 25. We are not going to use batteries, or maybe we should put in a couple anyway, but not just now. Where are we? Okay. All that effort just to build a door. But it's really about the long-term doing of things, not about building a door. Building a door is easy. Building 100 doors, not that we're going to be building 100, but you know. There we go. We have a door. Perfect. Okay. What do we need now? What do we need now? Several things. We need med bay, oxygen, and vents for pressurizing the compartment, but we'll do the vents at the end because this whole space is just a massive gaping hole. However, we do want the oxygen generator connected up to the conveyor system, connected up to cargo containers and to an assembler. Now, my original plan idea was to have simply one assembler and possibly a TIM as well. No, we might not bother with TIM because we'll just be putting in something that we would just ask it to build things manually. So, how do we lay it out here? That is the question. I am tempted to do something here. So there's a bunch of stuff there, most of which I don't care about. So, assembler. Gonna need one of those. What was the other thing? Medical bay. Gonna need one of those. O2 generator. Gonna need one of those. There was something else. Conveyor tubes. Gonna need many of those. What else? That might... Cargo containers. We're gonna go with medium cargo containers. Big ones won't actually fit in here. Connectors are useful. Oh, small reactor, of course we need those. Oh no, not medium. Medium won't work because what we actually need are small, because mediums are only for the small grid ships. Okay, so I am inclined to... Okay, I can't put anything on that side. That's fine. Oh, okay, so I'm thinking I might go for a little bit of a messy look in this ship as well, because I never really got to do that for under the stairs. But you know, I don't think how well it would. I don't know how well it would work. I don't have a lot of space to play with. I think the cargo containers can go on the top. Maybe we could use cargo containers in place of conveyor tubes, because they do the same thing and they can also store stuff. They just use up a lot more components. Ooh, we're gonna need metal grids and the printer as well. Okay, so assembler. Okay, we're gonna put a med bay here, like so. Yes. Oh, jeez. You go through all of that effort and you're finally ready, and what happens? You need interior plate. I guess that makes sense though. We'll just replenish that O2 because that's almost done. Okay. So what was I doing? So 4, and that is as far to that side as I can move it. I think I will put it right there. Yes. Yes, I will. And the O2... Actually, I should build that first so I can see the port clearly. And I should be able to build it completely. And I should really have built from the inside out. What am I missing? Large grid. Of course. One thing that I didn't put in. Okay, I put in... There are other things that I didn't put in as well. Like superconductor parts. Which I think we need for something, but I can't remember what it was for. Probably the jump drive. Oh yes, jump drive. I haven't put that in my toolbar. Okay, so... I just realized. Okay, so we need to... oh, that's why those metal grids weren't being sent back, because I put this in here and forgot to take it back out. CC, don't need that at all. We should suck up all the metal grid. Oh wait, it should be TIM component. TIM component. Yeah, good. So, yeah, that should be all the components in there. So now let me put some of that. Wait, what's going on? Oh, I can't because I'm not connected to it myself. Let me just come out and just make things. Ooh, maybe I can do it from here. Okay, so printer. Welder. I'm gonna move exactly one of that in there. one of that. Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Because I'm then going to do metal grid, and then that gives us that. And I wonder how many I can fit actually. Oh, I can fit 100. That's great. I don't think we'll need 100 because the things that we need it for only need like 4 each and stuff. The only time that you're going to need a lot of metal grid really is when you're doing heavy armor ships, because they take up a lot of metal grid. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to put in the O2H2 generator. I'll just plonk it right on top. Sideways though. Oops, I can't really see. And if I do it this way and there. Yep, so that connects it all the way through. And I can build that. And then what I can do, ooh, that's actually really helpful, because I want this port. That port will become incredibly helpful for us. Oh, and I put all my interior plate away, because we can put this cargo container here, and we can use that to put a turret on top. Now the problem becomes where else we want to put a turret. Actually, we might use some of this roof, the ceiling, as conveyor ports and put heavy armor on top of it. Yeah, that'll work. We'll just connect it up. But for now, let us use, let's pick up some interior plate because we need that. And let's put this in here. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, let's weld that up. Just welding this up as I go so I can see how it's working and make changes as necessary. If I put too much stuff in, it becomes so much more of a nightmare to rebuild it. Okay, so now what we need is we need an assembler. But you know what we can do? We are not going to worry about upgrade modules and all of that stuff for the assembler. So what we can actually do is pop it right onto that. But that'll be a little bit unattractive. It will be a lot unattractive. So I am not sure if I want to do that. I mean, I'm not sure if there is... Oh. I was just wondering if I could just... I could block that section off when we lose access to these windows. But actually, it might not be so bad. Because what I was thinking is... we're going to need some gyroscopes. I'm not sure how many we will need. But we are definitely going to need a few. So I could just use and put a cargo container there. And how do we bring it? Yeah, put it there, bring it across the cargo containers. Might just not look very attractive if I did it that way, so I won't do that. Tubing looks less... well, tubing looks more appropriate. Cargo container just looks like it's not supposed to be there. If I put tubing in, it looks like it's, you know, exposed part of the ship, but it looks like it is meant to be there. And now I'm wondering about... so gyroscopes is something that... so there were two things. The reactors, which we need to put in. Now reactor, I think one reactor should be enough, right? Yeah, one reactor should absolutely be enough. And that reactor can be powered from there. And thinking about gyroscopes, that is not a gyroscope. Oops. Let me find some gyroscopes. Gyroscope. And I will put a gyroscope on the floor there, and on the floor there, and there, and there, and on the floor there, and there. Oops. Just realized if I did that, I can't weld that stuff up. I don't know how well I'll be able to weld these things up just now anyway. But let's at least try. Ooh, actually, I just realized something I could do. I could just build that stuff from this side if I just take these window panes off. Because they're not even welded in, they're just the girders that are in place right now. I don't want to take those off, but I need to. Otherwise I can't weld that stuff up easily. Okay, so let's weld these two guys up. We should have everything we need. And the nuclear reactor is ready as well. And that should be the assembler. Yeah, okay. Looking good. Okay. Now what? You're wondering. So, let me hop out. Let me go back to that toolbar. Okay, yeah, so we need to do these sections, which, and actually we also need to, where did I put that, the gyroscope. Is that a gyroscope? Yes, it is. So we'll put one there, and one there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gyroscopes. Still not sure if that's enough. These large ships seems to need an insane number of gyroscopes sometimes. But this is not too large a ship, so hopefully this will be enough. I'm actually really pleased with I need to get inside the ship and I see less a little bit, but really impressed by the fact that I can get this guy all the way in here and weld this stuff up. Okay, why? Oh, we're out of metal grid. And we're out of steel plate. Apparently. That's not great. I think that we won't be able to get to that section very easily. Okay. Easy. So steel plate is easy enough because that's done by Tim. Let's just go here. I want to get out, so, or get third person view so I can park the ship. Actually, I might just go here. Feels like somehow it would be easier to park. Oh, that was actually really almost so cool. Felt like I moved all the way to the right place. So we are all out of metal grid, I think. So welder. So let me just this again. Okay. I need to think of a way. I'm just going to go to printer welder. To make life easy for myself, I'm just going to put CC at the end of this and at the end of this, so that when I search for CC here, I will get just those three. And what I want is metal grid 150. Yep, that fits. And 150. That fits. Now I want to also check if it's picked up all the steel plates. Yep, it's picked up steel plates. Okay, should be all we need. Ooh, I gotta remember to be careful with this now because the ship is heavily laden with loot. Okay, I need to bring the ship down because I don't want to be fiddling with it in the height axis once I am inside the ship, because that will probably damage the floor or the roof. Not that there is a lot of roof, but whatever there is could get damaged, and we don't want that. Okay, so that's that one done. Good stuff. A little bit more. Okay, come on. Oh, are we out of steel plate again? Yes. Okay, glad I'm not doing this by hand, because if I just ran out of 2000 steel plate, you can imagine how many trips that is. You don't have to imagine, you can do the math. I think it's about, how many did I do? I'm going to do 10 trips because I think it was 250 or so that I could fit in, in my inventory at any given time. And if we just went through 2000 steel plates in one go, that's a lot. Printer. So actually what I want to do is CC. So we actually are almost out of metal grid as well. So that's 150, there's 50 there, so I'll just move across 100. Move out. And let's build that one final gyroscope, and then actually we could move on to thrusters. Couldn't we? I think thrusters are a good idea. Now the question is, do we put in a couple of large thrusters, which makes life very easy because they're so easy to just put in, or for the sake of efficiency, do we put in a whole bunch of small thrusters? I mean, the small thrusters are not by no means small, but certainly they're smaller than the large thrusters. Do we need something else in here? Let me hop out and take a look. Where's that toolbar? So we've got the assembler, we've got the med bay, O2H2. We've not set up a connector, but we have set up the reactor, and we have one cargo container. Yeah, we have one cargo container set up. So we'll set up a couple more cargo containers here. So this can go there, 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 and there. And to be able to get, I don't know if we'll be able to get to that one. Let me take that off for now. And once 4 cargo containers may not be enough, but it's a good start. Do we fit? Oh, we do. Nice. Let me just pop out right there and put in another one. Oops. Small cargo container. Okay. Let's just weld that one up. Okay. So, what now? Oops. Ran into the floor there. What now is the question? I think that's it. I think that's all the stuff that we truly need, isn't it? Inside the ship. We don't absolutely need anything else. There are things that we need, like we need a connector, and how we get that is a good question. Where do we have it sticking out? Do we have it sticking out the top, the floor, or the sides? I don't think the sides will work very well, particularly if we're going to have a lot of windows. I'm just trying to think about thrusters just now. Do I have it? I have a thruster right there, ion thrusters. Now, we could put them, or actually, yeah, I could put them here like so, but part of the problem with that is that that would just get in the way of our windows. So that's not ideal. I could have them sticking out, which is not a problem because these ships are not necessarily meant for going into confined spaces like the miners or even these building ships. But if I go for the large one, I mean, the other option is that I do them like I have them sticking out. So if I put in a window here and only one set, so like so, can I move it one more to, yeah. One set isn't a heck of a lot, is it? Because actually, then if I do, oops, if I then do 2 blocks like so, how does that feel from the inside? Doesn't feel amazing. But if I did them as slopes, that might still also be a little too much. Oh, I could do half slopes, couldn't I? Or half blocks. So, oh no, not that. Half. So, if I did that, and then we have, what was I thinking about? So I could have, yeah, so I would then put in, let me just design this through, and we would use large ones just because they would look better with this kind of a design in some ways. Oh, but large one is truly humongous. That might actually be okay, because what I want to do, and we'll check it, because this might not work the way I imagine it to. So I would put a couple of blocks on here like this, and that's fine. Oh, actually no, I wouldn't put them up on the roof. The roof would be clear, because then I would, yeah, I think the large one might be too large. Oh no. Yeah, this would work if I could get it one down. So to get that, I'm just going to pop a couple there, and then 7, and then I will put it one down, if it would let me get it one down. That, yeah. And then I would take these off. Yeah, that might be too big. I mean, I can't complete the construction of this within this space because we've gotten to the edge of it. Because the plan was to then put this on top. Obviously not upside down like that, but I don't think that will fit there. Will it? Yep, because I think it's in the way. I'm wondering if those thrusters are too large. But I'm also wondering if this ship needs thrusters that large. Huh. I am also realizing that, oh, I might put in a few small thrusters and move it down so that we can build the
Meteor
larger
storm
thrusters.
inbound.
Let's try it with the small ones. So the small ones would work like so. So we would put 1, 2. Yeah, just 2 there. And then we would put 1, 2. And then we would put 1, 2. And same on the other side, 1, 2. It's not by any means perfect. And I'm not sure if that many thrusters will be enough. Would have been nice if there was a way to determine if that is enough. I mean, obviously, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I mean, the good news is that there is no gravity in this hangar. So if this is not enough, this thing shouldn't fall down and crash and burn. So in the next episode, that's what we will do. We will put these ones, and we need the left and rights, I know. So we will do some temporary left and rights, because the left and rights are not actually that necessary right now, I don't think. We'll put them just on here, and yeah, we will build it out on this side, and then we will disconnect the ship. Actually, before we disconnect the ship, we should put in some batteries. In fact, where... Ooh, jump drive! We forgot the most important thing. Okay, let's put in a... what is 5? That's fine. G. Jump drive. And we also want batteries. Batteries there. Okay. But 5 first. Whoa. Okay, so jump drives are going to stick out a wee bit, but that's okay. And I really want to put it... That takes up a lot of space. Okay. That takes up a huge amount of space. That's fine. Batteries. Now where would we put some batteries? I am going to put 1, 2. Ooh. I realize that I don't have any power cells in here, which I will need to go and get. But first, let's see what we will be missing for building this. Ooh, we need gravity generator, detector, power cell, and superconductor. Ooh, we need 1,000 superconductor conduits. Wow. I'm glad we have this building ship. Well, that would take a while. So power cell. So let's just remind myself what all we need. Gravity generator, detector, power cell, superconductor. Maybe gravity detector. Actually, you know what? We will have to complete the construction of that in the next episode, because we are very much out of time. So in the next episode, we will start off by finishing the jump drive, finish the batteries, so that the batteries can charge up while we do the thrusters. And I know we'll put in some uranium into the nuclear reactor as well, so we get a little bit of extra power out of that. And then we will detach the ship. I don't know if we will get this far in that episode, but steps to follow include detaching the ship, bringing it down a little bit, and then, you know, depending upon how maneuverable it is with the thrusters we've got, think about how we can add a few more and finish the rest of the chassis off, and then we can think about heading off to the moon. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.